I don't.
We're on.
Okay, let's
Hello.
do this. Hello.
How do you say it? Is it Lovisa?
Yeah,
Lovisa.
Lovisa.
I like it. That's a really cool name.
It's a very Swedish name.
And so that's your heritage.
That's where I'm from.
Sweden?
Yep.
What language is that?
Swedish.
I knew I was going to ask the best question straight off the bat. So English is your second language.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
I find, okay, now I'm going to ask some more really embarrassing questions about geography and languages and things like that. Your accent reminds me of, do you know any famous CrossFitters? Any like elite CrossFitters? Do you know Annie and Katrin? Annie Thor's daughter?
Oh, yeah,
Katrin David's daughter?
Yeah.
Your accent reminds me of theirs, but they're Icelandic.
Well,
How close is that?
Well, it is quite. I don't know if they're not a part of Scandinavia. I think maybe maybe I
idea.
sound dumb. But it's basically so it's very similar language in Finland or some part of Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, and they're sort of all close together. Then Iceland is like on the other side of the sea, but not that far away.
Okay. So, okay.
But very different language.
Oh, it is?
Very, very different.
Interesting. And how many languages do you know?
English and Swedish.
Yeah, nice.
A little bit of German from school.
Oh, cool. And did you know English growing up?
Yeah, we'll speak English in school from we are around 9 years old.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, so a lot of Swedes or people in Scandinavia overall are quite comfortable English speakers. But I have always been very uncomfortable in English. And that was one of the reasons I wanted to move to Australia, to get comfortable.
That's cool.
And then obviously since I met my husband that is Australian, it just improved so much.
It would have just straight away, hey?
Yeah.
And so when did you move here from Sweden?
2019.
Oh, so not even that long ago.
No.
That's cool.
And I even had like 4 years break. So I've actually not been here that much.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, your language is excellent.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then, so when you're growing up in Sweden and you're learning English and everyone learns it from the age of 9, does anyone speak English just cruising around the streets? Like,
no, I wouldn't. Like, you have it as a subject in school. So it's not like we speak English in school.
Okay.
So it's basically just like you would have
like our little
mathematics.
languages.
Like you
Yeah.
have that maybe 3 times a week. We had that with English.
Like 3 times a week? That's so good.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't remember.
We
When you were younger, obviously much less, but it was more and more, and then it got more and more advanced. And I struggled big time with English. And so yeah, I would say most people are okay having a conversation and pretty comfortable with it, but we're also different. Like loves it, some hate it.
Did you struggle, or do you still struggle over here now when you get the very different Australian accents? Like, have you spoken to someone from like Outback Australia?
I can struggle sometimes. Yeah. And even like with some of Jay's friends that has like really...
Like twangy.
Yes, and some like weird words. And I'm like, what? What was that?
What does that mean?
Yeah, so I'm getting there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We have a member who's also used to run this room actually as a massage therapist. And she's Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing makes me feel more bogan than being around her, because I just say weird phrases. Even Becky sometimes picks up on our phrase. There's so many weird Australian phrases. Hey?
Oh, yeah.
Like, but I don't realise until I'm not around Australians. Then I'm like, oh, we're bogans, all of us.
Oh, even I feel like a bogan.
That's hilarious.
It's like my parents were here a few weeks ago. That was the first time for them in Australia. And it was some things that I said and I'm like, fuck, now my Swedish is bad, my English is bad. It's just a weird mix of everything. My grammar is horrible. And they understood what I meant, but often your main language gets wrong as well because you keep switching. Yeah. It's literally like sharp translation.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then this is a question for you. Well, we still need to ask the question of the day. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Remind me. But what language do you think in? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, mostly Swedish.
But then
I
you
think.
would mostly speak English most of the time now.
But it's hard. I think more and more English now. But if I just think about it right now, obviously English because now I'm focused on what I'm saying. But if I'm just driving, for an example, that I would think in Swedish.
Yeah, that's crazy. Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
But I don't
Very
think
cool.
I think about it really.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
happen.
just
yeah,
thinking.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like just having a think. Yeah. And then, okay, one more question and then we'll actually ask a question just about languages. If you get really angry, like if you and Jay are having a fight, do you like yell at him in Swedish? I just feel like you just like go back to your...
Yeah, revert.
Yeah.
I have a dog. I get angry at him in Swedish. Jay, no.
English so we can understand.
Yeah. You really need
It was actually more in the start if I got sad or upset when English was still quite new. Then something could just come out in Swedish. And then he was like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, fuck, whatever. You're not knowing. But yeah, I feel like me to my dog would just be like me having kids in the future. I will most likely talk to them in Swedish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the same to my dog.
And that's cool. When you do have kids in the future, you would want them to learn both,
Yeah.
hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bilingual is very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
It's never too late to learn one day.
Well, Jay is not that good in Swedish.
Is he trying?
So we lived in Sweden together for a few years and then he improved a lot. But since we got back here, it's like his best teacher is me.
Yeah.
And our conversations would be very awkward if I'm always like, right now I'm frying egg in Swedish. And it's like, yeah, I can see you're frying egg. And it's like those sort of things that you need to just daily tasks. That's what you should say in Swedish for them to like learn it. But nah.
Yeah. That
Doesn't
makes
happen.
sense. That makes
So
sense.
it's not very good anymore in Swedish.
I guess if your family came over and visited,
Yeah.
you'd, like just you guys just chat.
Yeah,
and
then
him
he
trying to pick up.
and that's the thing, like in Sweden, he heard me speak Swedish more often. Here, I have one Swedish friend, but even when we are all together, we obviously always speak English, so he doesn't hear me speaking Swedish, really. So
That's
that
cool.
makes it hard. Yeah.
It's very cool. Okay, question. What was I going to ask? The question that we at our gym, we have a question of the day every day. So at the whiteboard.
cool.
So that's how we like have a little icebreaker start every session. So the question of the day today was, if you could marry any cartoon character, who would it be?
Oh, that's a very tricky one. Can I like get back on
Yeah,
this?
I can answer,
Oh yeah.
or you can answer the way you think. Do you have yours?
I'm like torn between two
Oh.
options.
She wants to marry two boys.
Well, that's does
Is
it
one
need
an
to
animal?
be a human?
It doesn't have to be a human. But
Okay.
if you want to go with bestiality, that's fine.
Well, I was thinking a SpongeBob.
Oh my god, that sort of came up in my head too.
Okay, so you would marry a
Did you
sponge.
just see- Yeah, well, I don't, but
SpongeBob's funny.
yeah, he's
He's a
funny.
positive
Yeah.
little
And
guy,
yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole little world down there is quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
a good
I'll
one.
go with him, but my backup was Aladdin. He's hot.
Oh yeah. That's more of like a hottie rather
Yeah.
than funny.
Yeah.
Which one? But okay, so Aladdin was my backup, and the reason he's got a sexy velvet vest. He has a magic carpet,
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Take you for a ride.
and if you know what I'm saying, and he's got a pet monkey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fair.
All positives, but my number one is Tarzan
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
because
But
like,
he's a bit shy. Is he fun?
yeah, but he's sexy.
Yeah. No, I'd rather
He's also
fun than
got-
sexy.
Has he got a pet monkey?
Does he? Tarzan.
Well, he has the whole
he's just-
jungle.
yeah, he's got the whole jungle, mate. But also, he doesn't have a magic carpet. But I figure he's just really strong, so he can just pick you up and take you wherever you want.
Yeah.
Rope climb, vine
Yeah.
climbs.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like the first one that just came to mind, but it's definitely, I don't know why it even came to mind because it's obviously not the one I would like to marry, but it's just my favorite movie and it's Shrek.
Oh,
But he's so
He's
lovely.
lovely.
That's what I mean.
And it's not just like a one night stand, quick bang. You're marrying the guy.
Yeah.
So you do want a lovely guy.
So I'm just seeing myself as Fiona and
Yeah.
I'm changing myself for him.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, but that was more because it's my favorite movie. But I feel like no one has picked Shrek, so I can pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
He's available.
Yeah, he's very.
And you'd become an ogre for him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all right.
I'm now an ogre.
Okay, if he makes me happy.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. It's a good question. It was very funny. Hannah chose Daddy Pig from Peppa Pig.
Ooh.
Oh,
I was like, that's pretty weird, bro.
yeah, that is weird. That's not what I would pick.
It's a British accent.
Oh, that's good. All right. So we got you on today
Yes.
because we are launching HYROX next weekend.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. And you know a whole lot about HYROX.
Yes.
But let's start at the very beginning. Let's start with how old are you?
28.
28. Yep. And you've been here since 2019. So how old were you when you moved here?
Well, I wouldn't say I've been here since then because, well, 2019. How many years is that?
Like 6?
21. I was 21.
Okay.
But I was here for a year. I lived in Dubai for 2 years, and then I moved back to Sweden for 2 years, then back here again.
Okay. And did Jay go everywhere with you?
Yeah.
Did you meet early
Yeah.
on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I literally moved to Australia to have a fun year, study to be a PT, and I was like, let's meet some Australian boys. I met Jay my second week here.
Oh. You didn't even meet many Australian boys.
So I
You
met
just
one Australian boy.
Australian boy.
So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool. That's awesome. And where did you guys meet?
At Soul Bar
Oh, nice.
on Ocean Street.
Yeah, nice. Did you know it's closing down or has closed down?
No.
Is it? No, wait. Is it? No, I'm lying. That is a lie.
Okay. But I tell you, where is
No, what
closing
closed
The O'Malley's.
I
And
got it
that's
mixed
where-
up. Not Soul Bar. Soul Bar is very alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where Mitch and I met.
Aw.
O'Malley's. Irish pub.
You
No,
guys.
it's gone down the drain.
It's
But our marriage is fine.
That's good.
yeah, good for you guys.
Is that on Ocean Street too?
No, Malula Bar.
Ah, okay.
Esplanade.
So were you guys? Did you meet like very, very late at night? Because doesn't everyone go there at the end of the night?
Yeah, it was laser beam night.
That's crazy. That's so funny. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you guys met, and then he went and traveled with you. How's Dubai?
Well, he had a lot of friends in Abu Dhabi around the CrossFit because he was very much CrossFit guy.
Did you know about CrossFit then?
Yeah, so that's the year I started CrossFit myself. But yeah, so basically, and he was the one got me into CrossFit because basically he knew my style of training and he was like, why don't you try CrossFit? And I'm like, oh.
What was your style of training?
Well, sort of high intensity, but still strength training.
And were you a PT at this point?
Yeah, so I moved to Australia to become a PT. So I studied at TAFE. During this year, I was basically like, let's try some new style of training. Started at CrossFit Mooloolaba.
Nice.
And loved it. And yeah, trained there for a year. And Jay and I were both very much into the whole CrossFit world then. And he had a lot of friends living in Abu Dhabi. I don't know if you've heard, like literally where many of the big CrossFit athletes lived. So he had so many friends over there. So we both were like, oh, let's see how it is over there. But we got an opportunity in Dubai, moved to Dubai. And that was, firstly was F45 we were a part of. And then I went over to another gym. But this was during COVID. So we had months of lockdown, like proper lockdown. And it was just not my thing. Jay loved it. I did not. It was just, I don't know, I struggled to make good friends. Everything was very superficial.
Okay.
Very happy for the experience, but would never do it again. And I also don't recommend others doing it.
Yeah. And when you say superficial, is that just like the environment you were in over there, or do you think that's the environment that is over there? If that makes
I
sense?
think it's overall, but obviously you can obviously make good friends and that too. I just didn't, and I don't know, like you had to make really, really good money to enjoy it because everything you did cost money. And yes, you made more money there than you would do here because it was tax-free. But saying that, you needed to add another zero on top of that to actually have a nice life.
Yeah.
So we went there to make more money. We left with less money than before. So that was great.
And then from Dubai, where to?
Sweden, and that was mostly because of we were planning to go back here, but because of COVID, I was not allowed into Australia. But Jay was allowed to Sweden, so we went to Sweden, and then we actually opened up our own F45.
Cool.
So we had that for 2 years. We opened up another one down the line later on, but we just realized it was too much. Like we didn't have a free time at all anymore. So we left that behind and decided to move here.
Cool. And was Jay from Sunny Coast?
Yeah, he is from Cairns originally, but since a kid he's been in Croy.
Yeah. So the plan was to always move back
Yep.
to this
Yep.
spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And then what about early life and before all of this bit, and then of course after? Sports growing up, like have you always been active? What's the early life?
I played many years of football, or what you guys say, soccer. But it's
Soccer.
Football.
But it's football.
It is. I think it is. Is it for you as well?
Yeah.
Are we the only country that calls it soccer?
America calls it soccer.
Do
I
they?
think. Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they do, because their American football is football. I think. So yeah, I think it's just Australia and America.
Yeah.
But yeah, football. I played football, aka soccer, for many years.
Yep.
But what I did realize playing that was I didn't actually enjoy chasing the ball.
It's like the run part.
I liked running.
Yeah.
And-
I just fact checked it. You guys are right. It's soccer in America.
Yeah. But yeah, I've always loved running. Never really thought about if I was good or bad, but I've always just loved it. I did, like many kids, tried most sports. I did horse riding for quite a bit and dancing. I don't know.
Tried lots of things.
Yeah.
Pretty
But,
active.
yeah. But football was definitely my sport and what I did the most of the time. And when I stopped that, just because I got injured all the time because I'm very over mobile. So I started strength training, realized how much I liked that, and then joined, normal group training classes in the gym. And they had something. Have you guys heard about Les Mills? The grit classes? That was like my jam.
No.
So that was like, you did, I don't know, they had challenges of how many burpees you could do in a minute. And I'm like, wow, this is the thing. So I did that plus strength training, and then eventually started hear about CrossFit and got into CrossFit. And my background with CrossFit has been, my first year doing it, I did it for a full year and I loved it. But then I've sort of been on and off. Like I would say I'm 3 month on, 3 month off of CrossFit. And it's usually just because I realized eventually I'm not good at lifting. I'm not good at the gymnastic parts. But as soon as it was a workout with running, burpees, dumbbell snatches, all those sort of things, I was always at the top, always. But then they added in heavy barbell snatches and I'm out. So that's sort of how I eventually found HYROX.
And how did you hear about it?
So that was when we lived in Sweden. So that's now...
It's bigger over there, isn't it?
Yeah, so it is from Germany. So it started to grow in Europe firstly. Then I think it reached America pretty early as well. But it's not until like just the last few years or like last year really blew up like the rest of the world. But even in Europe, it hasn't been as big as it is now. But yeah, we heard about it just because I guess that we were in the gym scene, owning a gym, and it was like, this is a great retention tool. So we're like, let's look it up. And both Jay and I was just hooked. Did one race, had no idea what it was. Like
What year was this?
Well, literally, what month is it now? October? Literally 2 years ago now.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, September 2 years ago. That's when we did the first one and had like, we looked into what is the station's called basically. Okay, it's 8K running, no worries. We run a lot. And yeah, we got a great time to have no idea what we were doing. And now
And you did it, the mixed pair?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I didn't do my first solo until last year, but now I'm mostly only doing solo. I throw in a few doubles now and then more for fun. My last double I did was with a friend, and we did really well though. And that was the first time I did it with another girl.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So first one hooked.
Yep.
How many have you done? How many races?
I think it's 12.
Dang.
No? Yeah.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And how, like where? Only in Australia or everywhere?
Yeah, so firstly it was 2 in Sweden, then only in Australia, and then I went to the World Championship, so that was in Chicago in June this year, and then I had 2 races there.
And tell me about that. So you have to qualify for Worlds,
Yep.
of course. So is that based on a time that you get or a placing that you get?
So firstly needs to be in the pro division. So HYROX has an open division and a pro division, and the difference is basically the weights. So the pro is much heavier, which obviously results in you need to be an even better runner to be able to run faster in between the stations that is heavier. That's the first thing. And then each race has different amount of qualification spots. Most likely it's usually now only 1 up to 3 spots.
Because there's so many races?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always been around that many, I would say. So it's usually, you almost need to think you need to at least podium in your race, in your age group. And then you just need to find out how many qualification spots they have. So I did my first race this season in Sydney, which was literally 2 weeks after Worlds. And then I qualified in my solo. And now I did my doubles women's pro in Perth just a month ago now. And then we won. So then we also qualified.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
cool.
So now I don't need to train until next year.
Yeah. Off season.
I actually have a very much an off season at the moment.
I think I saw something on your
Yeah.
Instagram about an injury.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, we'll talk about that soon.
Yeah.
So the first time you qualified for Worlds, was that doubles, not same sex? Was that?
That was my solo.
Oh, so that was a solo,
Yeah.
your first. And did you have any idea that you were going to? Like, were you like, I'm shooting
no.
for the podium?
No. So I did my first solo Brisbane last year, and that was just an open, just to try it out. And I'm like, I was, now this sounds bad, but I was shocked how easy the weight felt. So I was like, I need to do a pro next time. And it was not like I thought the race was easy. Don't get me wrong, because it's not. But I definitely thought the sleds would be way heavier than they were. So after that, and then I came third. And then after that, I signed up to do a pro. And then I had 0 expectations on that. And then I came second. And then I qualified through that race.
And what was the experience? Were you so nervous in the lead up to Worlds? Like,
Oh yeah, but
just
I'm shitting myself before every single race. Doesn't matter what race. I'm always
nervous.
very nervous.
yeah,
And I think it's like the more you do, the more expectations you have on yourself.
the more you care too.
Yep.
Like, the more preparation, so the more
Yep.
you care about it.
And you spend, like, I know you guys do too for your own like comps and stuff. Like, you put so much time and effort into your training, nutrition. You say no to so many things because this is it. And then it's literally that hour of racing. So
For most people, an hour and a half. But yes,
up to 2 hours, 100%. I
Yeah.
have clients that finish just under 2 hours, and that's a very normal time.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, hey, that it's
Yeah.
so available for everybody
Yeah.
to do.
And that's why I'm so into it, because everyone can do it.
Yeah. Regardless of background, current
Exactly.
fitness level,
Yeah.
all of the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's definitely why we're bringing it in as well. Like, we know that CrossFit is, anyone can do it,
Yep.
but not everyone wants to do it. And
Yeah.
I think that's the difference, is this is so accessible.
Yeah.
And even though we have scaling options for CrossFit, a lot of the time people don't want to touch a heavy barbell. They just
Yeah.
don't want to. They
Yeah.
don't want to swing around on the rig, and that's
Yeah.
okay. So we're looking at this as a excellent alternative for people to be able to get into training.
Yep.
And then maybe one day they will want to learn this other stuff down the track as well.
And the thing is, like, what I love about HYROX is every single movement. So basically the owner, the founder of HYROX, the reason he has picked these movements is because this is movements that the human body should be able to do. You should be able to push something and pull something. You should be able to get down on the floor and up from the floor, carry things and throw things. Run. Like, people should be able to run.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what a human body is supposed to be doing. And that's why I love it, because I'm not saying that you can't get injured, of course, but it's less bad for your body, most movements. Then of course you need to actually do strength training and all these sort of things. But that's why I fell in love with it so much.
And it is like, as soon as I saw it came out, the Brisbane one last year, myself and Hannah that you met downstairs, we entered last year, and I'm like, oh, we'll do the pro division. We're strong. We're fine. It'll be great. And I had done a little bit of running in the lead up, but nothing crazy.
So this was the August last year?
Yeah.
Yep.
24. Yep. August 24 last year. Yep. And yeah, it was great. I was like, well, we do everything. We do all of these things in CrossFit anyway, so we'll be okay. And it was very hard. Because I would say, I think we were like, I can't remember our time, maybe hour 18, hour 23, something like that. But that is a very long time in comparison to how long we normally work out for as well.
And way more running. Like, the stations are fine. And that's what many people get wrong when it comes to HYROX. It's not stations with a bit of running, which is in a lot of CrossFit workouts. This is a running race and a little bit of stations in there.
Absolutely.
That's my main way of looking at it.
So we'll talk about the injury in a sec, but pre-injury and when you're training, and I know it would vary depending on how close the race is and all that sort of stuff. How many times a week do you run? As a HYROX athlete, how many times a week?
Well, me personally, minimum 4, maximum 5.
Okay.
So 4 to 5.
And then are they all similar distances? Are you trying to reach a certain amount of kilometers per week? Are they different speeds?
Yeah, so very different distance each run. I would say I have 2 slow runs. One is, when I say slow, like zone 2 work. One of them will be around 20k. That's my long run. Then I have one that is shorter, which is around 10. Then I have one tempo run, which is more like, let's say, 8 minutes off a threshold pace, and then slower, and you basically
say that again. 8 minutes off a threshold pace. Is that what you just said?
No, like 8 minutes in your threshold.
Got you.
Yeah. And then you might do 4 minutes in a slower pace, and then you go back to your threshold.
Yeah.
That could be one run, and then one run could be intervals, which is basically, I would say,
how CrossFitters train.
But that is basically, those intervals would be most likely 1 kilometer sprints.
Yeah.
So it's usually not 200 meter sprints. And then I usually have 1 day a week at minimum that is running when you're tired. So in a workout, basically.
Yeah.
So compromised running, basically.
Love it. And then for someone who is not training for Worlds, but just wants to train for a HYROX, like their first one, or they don't want to give up swimming or something else, how many times a week should they run?
I still think just running for the zone 2 is like one thing that many people miss. And that's actually one of the biggest thing. You need to build that engine for longer run. Like, obviously you're not going to run for a half marathon, but you should be comfortable running a 10K, in my opinion. I'm not saying it needs to be fast, but you should be comfortable. I would say
at zone 2?
Yeah. I would say 1 zone 2, 1 more interval or threshold, and then a third one that's compromised running. That's what I give to clients that is new to HYROX, new to running. But obviously, if it needs to, might sometimes the zone 2 would be swapped to a swim or a bike or something like that. But you need to get the running, like you need to get the miles per week built up.
And then that as well, like that, because obviously you don't throw someone straight into 3 days a week running when they're not running at all. Like you do like a slower build with volume.
Exactly. But I would say, generally speaking, 2 runs and then 1 in a workout.
Yeah, cool.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, that's very good.
But obviously the distance would vary a lot depending on a person.
And would you say people struggle most with the zone 2, like staying in zone 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's not just a CrossFit thing, because that's definitely the hardest thing for us to do is to be like, run slow. Like, and then you just catch yourself feeling like it's easy. So then you're like, this is supposed to hurt. And then constantly, hey, right? Like you just,
you pretty much walk sometimes
Yeah.
for someone that's new to it. And for me, has taken a long time because I can't chill.
Yeah.
It's like those funny reels where you're in zone 2 and then the grandma just walks past
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. No, but honestly, and I think one of the worst thing is to actually do it with someone, because everyone's going to be so different. Like, it's good to push yourself when it comes to the threshold and intervals, but especially if you have someone that's faster than you. But honestly, zone 2, I can't run my zone 2, for an example, with Jay, my husband, because
It's not zone 2 for you.
No.
Yeah.
And it's so different there. And even him struggled to keep his zone 2. So that makes my zone 2 zone 4.
What is your, like, when you're running zone 2, do you have a number you don't go over heart rate? Like, what's your number?
Well, mine is around, and this is so individual as well,
course.
which is something I've realized. I started to compare myself with, I saw someone running and they maybe had around 120, and I'm like,
whoa, that's me going for a stroll, mate.
yeah. But I would say for me personally, it's probably around 135, 140.
Yep.
That's my zone 2,
Yep.
roughly.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone's max heart rate is so different as well. So
And you can't, like, I know so much of it is based off age, but also it's not the whole story and the whole picture.
Yeah.
So just because that's Lovisa's, it doesn't mean it's yours.
exactly.
And then, so zone 2, comfortable pace, you should be able to talk. You should be able to have a chat the whole way through if you were running with someone.
But if you do start talking, your heart rate will go up. So don't talk.
You just should be able to.
Yes, you should feel like you can.
Yes.
But don't.
Yeah.
That's my
Love
tip.
it. That's good. And then, so injury. What
Yes.
happened? How did this come about?
Well, I've actually had this issue for 4 years.
Oh, whoa.
So it's something very fancy, fun called Morton's neuroma, which is an inflamed nerve in between your toes.
I was going to ask if it has anything to do with, is it your second toe?
So if this is my foot, this is my big toe.
Yeah.
It's in between these two toes.
I wonder why it's called Morton. Have you ever heard of a Morton's toe?
No.
Have you heard of
is
it?
that the long second toe?
Yeah, that's so funny. So you know your big toe and your second toe.
Yeah.
Apparently, your second toe, if it's longer than your big toe, it's called a Morton's toe.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was wondering if it had something to do with the toes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now I have to know why. Okay, and it's a nerve thing.
Yeah, so basically, I don't really know why I got it, but basically, I started running a lot 4 years ago. I had shoes that was probably not good for my feet, and this feeling started to happen. I changed shoes, gone, never thought about it anymore. Then I started running a lot last year, and when I say I've always been a person that run maybe once a week, like as long as I can remember. But when I say I started running more, went from 1 to 3 to 5 days a week. And this feeling started to come back. And basically is, imagine that if you have a sock stuck in between your toes, that's my toes that's stuck in between the toes.
Oh.
So it just goes numb.
Yeah.
So both those toes goes numb when I'm running. And usually it's usually not painful, just uncomfortable. So I've learned how to race with this, and I've had a race since August last year. I've had a race every 2 or 3 months nonstop. So it's basically been back into the drawing board straight away after a race. So now after finished Perth, we've just decided I've qualified for the races for June next year. So now we're just taking some time. I'm getting shockwave therapy. I've tried cortisone injection. Literally nothing helps.
Oh.
But the annoying thing now is I'm not in pain. Like, if you ask me to go for a run, I can without any pain. But now we're just seeing if I have 4 to 6 weeks without any sort of pressure on my front foot, which is no jumping, no lunges, no HYROX movement whatsoever. We're going to see if we can heal it.
Yeah.
But I think this is chronic, so it's something I will have for the rest of my life, but it's more of seeing if we can reduce it and make it smaller, because we've done ultrasound and everything, and it's basically like a big ball in between, like on the nerve sort of.
Wow.
So yeah, it's right now I'm just not running, but it's just a lot of strength training at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Like
is
mentally, it's pretty good
Yeah.
as well.
And it is good, like I said before, like it's so good you qualified for Worlds. Can have
Yeah.
a bit of time off
Yeah.
off season before you have to ramp it straight back
Yeah.
up.
And that's the thing. Like the next race in Australia is obviously Melbourne, and I'm gonna do it for fun with my sister. Literally,
Oh, cool.
her pace. I don't care about time, anything. So I can't even count it racing
Yeah.
for myself when I compare to my normal races, because that's literally live or death. But yeah, it feels nice because that just takes all the pressure off.
Yeah.
So next race will be Brisbane in April next year.
Awesome.
And that's just to prepare myself for Worlds, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one because we will have been off the ground for nearly 6 months then. So hopefully we have a lot of people that want to.
It's easier to
Enter
get
that.
them when it's here as well.
Yeah,
rather
so
than
much.
have to pay for flights and
Yeah.
hotel, eating out.
But I
It costs
have
a lot.
noticed that, like, from the one race that I did, I spoke to many people who traveled for it. Like, it's quite like it's almost like following a band. Like, you're a groupie
yeah.
and you just follow them around.
yeah.
Yeah, lots of people do it, hey?
But that's what I do as
Yeah.
well. And unfortunately, don't have enough sponsors to cover those things. So it's just like, this is what we live and breathe.
Yeah.
We don't go for holidays. We go for HYROX weekends.
That's cool, though.
So-
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And then that's good. That's a good segue into work. So you said you're a trainer. So that's
Yep.
what you do.
Yep.
Do you do anything else? Or are you a full-time trainer?
Well, it is right now, it's a lot happening. So basically, I would say I'm full-time online coach now. I've been a trainer for the last 8 years now, but been it in person the whole time and just started to realize, firstly, that I have people all around the world because of where I've lived, and just want to be able to reach out to more. So that's why I decided to go online and really push that. And I'm a nutrition coach as well. So,
awesome.
and that's probably my biggest thrive. Like, that's what I love coaching the most. So I really push online. So that's my full time. I coach 2 days a week, and that's a mix of classes. I do maybe 2 mornings a week where it's like 3 classes each, and then I have some PT sessions as well, or PT clients. But we're now opening up a health cafe.
Oh,
Yes.
congrats. Is that you and Jay?
Yeah, and a friend of ours, Daniel.
Where is that opening?
In Coolum.
Plug it. Go. What is it?
So the gym we are at, both where I'm coaching and where I'm training, is Coolum Fitness. So across the road of that, we just took over a shed where mainly is going to be extension of the gym. But it's a small part that was a restaurant before, or like a cafe. So we're basically renovating all that and opening up a little health cafe.
And what's a health cafe? What do you mean?
Basically all like healthy foods, but it's going to be coffee, all about community. And once we're up running, we're also going to start a meal prep.
Oh,
Which is
Needed.
exciting.
That's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I feel like both, especially in Dubai, but even in Sweden, that was such a big thing of people ordering the food. You get it delivered on the Monday and you have your lunch and dinner sorted for the week.
Yeah.
And that's something we have been talking about for quite a while, that would do well here if you just find the people for it. And especially Jay and I live in Noosa, and I know it's a lot of people there that would need it.
Love it.
And it's also like, that's also a financial question, of course, to do those sort of things. So it's definitely a market for it.
Yeah.
But me as a nutrition coach maybe could struggle a little bit how to actually make the meals. But then we have Daniel now, who's a chef.
Oh,
so
perfect.
it's a good mix.
Yeah.
That's
the
really
three of
cool.
us. So yeah.
That's very exciting. And when are you hoping to get all up and running or off the ground?
Well, 26th of October. That is soon.
Holy moly!
Welcome to our life.
So when we first
23 days.
Yeah, cool. So when we first sat down and I asked if you've been going to the beach, this is why you haven't been going to
Yes.
the beach.
Yep.
You've been quite busy.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
And it's like, it's good. Jay, he's an electrician by trade. So he's very handy with all that. And all his friends are in that
trades.
as well. So it's very good. He gets all his friends around to help.
Perfect.
I'm coming around and like, what do you guys need help with? And they're like, go and buy drinks. And I'm like, okay.
Whatever you need.
Yeah. Like drying their little foreheads.
Just helping however you can.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's very exciting.
But no, it's a lot of planning in that. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
You guys do not sit still, do you?
Nah.
Full steam
Like
ahead.
all my friends back in Sweden, they just like see everything on Instagram and they're like, oh, what are you guys up to now? And it's like everyone else are like so amazed with like a health cafe. Meanwhile, my friends, they were like, not surprised.
Makes sense.
It all makes sense.
That's so good.
So yeah, it's
Very
exciting.
cool.
Yeah.
Back to racing.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you more questions about that now. What's your best time, and are they comparable? As in, like, I've heard and seen online, sometimes people like whinge about the sleds.
Yep.
Like they feel different in different places
Yeah.
and things like that. So what's your best ever time, and how comparable are they?
Well, my best ever time in my solo is 109.
Nice.
But saying that, like, yes, you can't compare the races. All the sleds are different.
So you
and
don't?
Blah, blah,
like,
blah.
do you ever go in going, I'm going to beat this time?
Yes,
Yep.
and everyone does.
Yep.
And they are pretty similar.
Okay.
Like, we're not going to say that it differed that much.
Yep.
Like, of course, by centimeter, all the runs are never going to be exactly the same. But generally speaking, it is 8K of running. Each lap might not be 1K. The first one might be further. The other 7 might be shorter, because it all depends on where is the start tunnel, where is the in, where is the out arch, where is the wobble, which is the last station. So it's never going to be exactly, but they're doing a pretty good job.
That's cool.
And I feel like, yes, people always find things to complain about because they don't get the time and whatever, but you need to be prepared for the worst all the time. And I think it was at Worlds when they tried a new turf. Before it was a carpet. Now they have a turf instead. And they had not tested enough the sleds with the new turf. So it was not the turf fault. It was the combination of the sleds and the turf. And it was just not tested enough. So some lanes with some sleds did not move. And I unfortunately got one of them. And it's like...
no.
And it's like, of course, you understand it's different. If you've trained your hardest the last 3-4 months, and if I do the sled push, which is 150 kilos for the pro, I've usually done it around 2 minutes. It took me 6 minutes. So obviously I understand
Yeah.
that was not me. That was the sled. But saying that, like, they are doing mostly a very good job.
Yep.
And I've learned from that, okay, I need to back squat more. I need to push more on the sled in training. So, but yeah, my best time solo, 109. Jay and I did our best time in mixed in Perth. Then we got 56.
Oh,
So that was
dang.
a speedy one.
that was very fast.
But that was mostly Jay.
Yeah.
I was hanging on for dear life.
It's just running behind him like,
Oh my God. It's actually a video I posted on Instagram. It's like, I think it's like 6 videos of Jay coming first, and the guy that's cheering us on, he's like, Lovisa's just 10 meters behind, 10 seconds behind. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard it now. I know.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm taking my time.
that'd be so frustrating.
It made me run slower.
Yeah, exactly.
I was by myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I would not do well. Like if I'm a faster runner in
Yep.
the pair, I'm behind you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you to go on too slow, I'll put my hand very gently on your back or something.
Yeah.
But if you're way out in front, I'm like, fuck you.
Oh.
Like, see
But
ya.
that was probably our last race together. We did really well. We hit our goal that we've
Yeah.
tried for a long time. We got 58 minutes like 3 times. So we were like, we need to beat that 58 minutes.
You got
and
it.
we got down to 56. So we were super happy with that. But yeah, I think I don't know if you guys have partners, but it's a bit of mixed feelings to train a race together. Especially train. Race is pretty fine, but training together, nah.
No. My husband trains here and I
Yeah.
coach him once a week, and every time I'm like, just shut up and just do what I said.
Yeah.
Just do what I say.
I remember you banned Mitch and I from working out together. You're like, that's it, no more. No more
Don't
partner
share.
workouts.
Don't share.
Nah.
Go with someone else.
Yeah.
But you can just be too honest. If
yeah.
it's a friend, you're like, you feel them more.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I can just like say straight out what I'm
Exactly.
thinking and feeling.
Yeah.
It's like this race we did the last time. So firstly, I had my shitty toe with the neuroma and everything on the same foot. I don't know, it was a toenail that just cut into the toe and I was bleeding so much. I had white shoes, they were covered in blood.
Oh.
And I was like, Jay, I'm bleeding, my foot. I think I lost my toenail. And he was like looking down and he was like, I don't care.
Oh.
And I was like,
my feelings.
so then I was like, this is the last race together.
Yeah. It's a
We've
good
got a
call.
PB.
Yeah. Worth it. It's so worth it.
Have you
And we're
seen-
most likely going to do it again.
Yeah, one
I will
day.
forget about that.
Yeah. Have you seen the video of in the Warble stations? There's a couple, and she collapses, and he
seen
just
that?
finishes
That's
and goes through the
awful,
finish
though.
line.
Is that, yeah, but is that true though? That's
don't know.
horrible.
I don't know
don't
if they were like, either way.
I'm
Either-
sure
even
it
if they're
has
just-
some explanation because that person can't have a heart. That's horrible.
The only
Well,
thing
I
I can
guess she
think
was
of.
taken care of. I mean, there's nothing he can do really.
But he can't finish without her crossing the finish line anyway. That's so stupid. You both have a timing ship. You both need to finish.
Ridiculous. But yeah, I was like, the only way that this is kind of okay.
Jay wouldn't do that.
Yeah. is if like she has like narcolepsy or something where she like just constantly goes to sleep. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah, yeah, like
But
it's
then-
a regular occurrence
Yeah, like
type
oh,
thing.
there she
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just
But he
finish these
didn't
wobbles.
seem to care. Like she
No.
was on the floor and he was just kept wrapping his wobbles.
That was crazy. That was something.
Been some pretty crazy viral videos of HYROX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a lot. I mean, it's good for CrossFit because everyone used to make fun of CrossFit. Now everyone just makes fun of HYROX. So I feel like
And that's one of the reasons I stopped CrossFit. Honestly, I trained at CrossFit Noosa for quite a while. We stopped literally when I started training Coolum. And it's just, I love CrossFit, but everyone made fun of us all the
sucks,
time.
eh?
So, and that is definitely nothing bad about them at all. It just became a big thing that we only showed up to the classes that was running at Warble. So they're like, of course you guys are here today. You were not here yesterday. And then it was always just made fun of it. And then eventually I just felt like, guys, push us instead. Like actually appreciate what we're doing. We're doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
that's
we
rough.
found our little own
Yeah.
HYROX
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, that's cool.
good.
That's
Yeah.
very cool. And how is at HYROX in Coolum? So how long has it been an affiliate for now with HYROX?
Since I've been there since December, so pretty much since then.
So nearly a year.
Yep.
Close to a year.
But we did like the big like renovation and
Yeah.
just like a proper HYROX performance gym sort of. That was 2 months ago, and now that is just doing so well. So sorry,
Yeah, you're right.
we need perfect into the mic. Sorry. Yeah, we expanded. So
That's cool.
And that's happening also.
So
now
it's
in the
gone.
next
It's
few
gone
weeks.
really well. It's gone off.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So it's very exciting.
That's exciting. I had one more question about competing before we move into all of that stuff again. Do you do wobbles unbroken?
Not in the race,
Yeah.
but in training quite often.
You can do 100 wobbles
Yeah.
unbroken.
Yeah.
Sicko.
But honestly, it's a mental game.
Yeah.
It's not about strength. It's in your head.
Yeah.
I'm still so amazed with the ones doing it in the race though. Like I have had the goal to do it. I've never done I've done 50 unbroken by myself in the race. But it's almost like you're so tired, and the thing that happens for me is you forget about your breathing, and it's like you might breathe 2 times within 1 rep, then you stop breathing for 1 rep. And I get so dizzy. It happens so many times. I can't see the target and I'm like, whoa, I'm going to pass out. So that's like my biggest tip with the warbles. Like it's just a mental game. You're so close.
Yeah.
So
It blows my mind that people can do 100 wobbles unbroken at the end, like an hour basically for the, big dogs. An hour of exercise and then at the end 100 wobbles unbroken.
yeah.
Blows my mind. It's very impressive.
Yeah, I do it a lot in training, like after a leg session or after a HYROX session. Like I wouldn't do it fresh.
Yeah.
but it's just different. Like I haven't run 8K in race pace.
Yeah. What's your race pace? What are you looking at on your clock, on your watch?
I'm always trying to, well, it's different. If I'm doing solo, it would be around 4 minutes. If it's in a double, I would be down to 3:40 maybe.
Oh, shit. That's cool. And then when you do your, like your interval training or your compromise running in like your normal runs in the week, are those similar, like similar paces?
Yeah. So my threshold runs would be just there between, like obviously it depends on how long the timing is, but I would probably do my 1Ks around the 3:30 to 3:45, something like that. But it's like, it all depends on the session, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
cool.
my zone 2 is not down there.
Yeah.
That's probably closer to a 6-minute pace. Around the 5:30 maybe.
Yeah, wow, that's cool.
Very impressive.
And then even that's incredible. And then do you look at all your stats at the end of a HYROX race? Do you nerd out on all the data?
Very much.
What's your, like, does your heart rate just go whoom from the start and then just stay high for an hour?
No, mine goes down quite a lot on the stations. It goes up
good.
quite a lot on the runs, but most stations it goes down quite a bit. And I don't really know why. I guess that could be a thing for me, that maybe that means in some of the station I could probably push harder. Surprisingly, I get my heart rate down on the burpees, which I shouldn't.
Incredible.
So that's actually a thing which has been an issue with my foot. I can't do them as fast as probably my body can. But basically every single step hurts.
Yeah.
I did my first solo because I had a pair of shoes, like the Pumas, the HYROX shoes does not work for me. I hate them. People love them.
Raven.
I hate them. I had to take it off during burpees. I did it on one foot.
Dang.
So that's I would like to see if I can sort my foot out.
Yeah.
Once and for all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll be really good when you can sort that out. Just not
It would
having
be
it
fun to see
hanging
what
over
I
your
could
head.
be capable
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
Yeah.
And not be in pain or having numbness.
Yeah.
The whole
Because
race.
even if it's not hurting and it's just numb, it's still on your mind and
Yeah.
it's still
Oh, yeah.
taking away
I
your
feel
energy.
every single step.
Yeah. That's
or I
not
don't
nice.
feel every single step.
Yeah, exactly. That's not nice. Do you have any other questions about her racing?
No, I don't think. But maybe just talking a bit about, because there's team options as well,
Yep.
especially for the people that will be joining here. Like I did that with Sarah and then our husbands. Whew,
Yep.
dangerous.
Yeah, the four
That
of
is
them.
risky.
And it's a very different experience.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. I haven't done one on my own, to doing it on your own, and
Yep.
maybe a lot more accessible to people
Yep.
who are new to it.
Yeah.
But just how that works for those
Well,
that don't know.
The thing is, I've never done a relay myself personally. The thing is, my opinion, yes, if you're not a comfortable runner, that's a good start, because you're basically only doing, you can pick your favorite station.
Yeah.
And you're only doing 1K of running that station, and you do that twice basically.
yeah.
So, as I haven't done it, but what I've understood, you're quite lonely still. Like you're still doing the run and your station by yourself.
Your own, yeah.
So I would say if you're still a bit of a, or can have time to be a bit of a comfortable runner to run 8K, I think doubles is a way, way more fun thing to do.
Yeah.
That's a good point,
Because
actually.
You do it together with someone the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah.
You can split the stations. You always have someone next to you.
Yeah.
I think doubles is the absolute best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most fun. And yes, you do have to do 8K of running. So I wouldn't suggest that to someone that should not run more than 2K.
Yeah.
But if you can, doubles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, relay, definitely. Like that's what I've had. We have many that we are pushing to do a relay as well, just because it's a good way of getting into it.
Yeah.
And people love it.
It's like a little taster of.
But
the
when you
full
did
thing.
it, did you get to stand with your team?
You're kind of put into, you're holding a holding pen.
Yeah.
So you're all like sheep.
Little chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it's your turn to go, you've got to be ready in the holding
Yeah.
pen, and then your last teammate runs through, you high five, and then you like switch out.
So when you just finish, you can go to your team?
Then you can go to your team,
Okay.
yeah. And there's like a warm-up area, and you can hang out there until it's your
So
next
that's fine
go.
then.
Yeah.
Because someone explained to me that you're basically by yourself pretty much the whole time. But I guess it's like you're waiting again. And then you're doing the thing by yourself.
Yeah. When you go off, you're like, whoop, off
Yeah.
on your own. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's also like, if you don't take it too serious, I think the relay is a good one. Meanwhile, the people that take the relay serious is probably the hardest. Because
You've got to go.
sprinting,
It is a sprint.
sprinting
yeah.
1K into
Yeah.
sprint ski erg. Holy smoke.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah. And then you stop.
Yeah.
And then you got to go, like,
Yeah,
go
and you
again.
might rest for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, true.
horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not, yeah.
So
Yeah.
relay, great if you just want to try something new,
Yeah.
fun. Don't take it too serious. Otherwise, doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's a totally different experience.
It
isn't
kind of is, hey.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that you just when Lovisa said you're on, like you're doing it on your own still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that, whereas
Like
mo-
many CrossFit workouts, when it's teams of 4, you're still always with
Yeah.
a team.
Yeah.
But it's actually only when you're at the warbles, you have the whole team
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah.
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 But you sort of want that on all stations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like doing you go, I go the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, it's still good. Like it's good that it's options for everyone.
Yeah, it's another option. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, one more thing about racing. The thing that I didn't love, but I got used to it like halfway through. Like the rule is you faster runner, if you're overtaking, you're on the outside. So it's like the opposites of road rules. Like, no, wait. Faster's on the inside. Isn't it? Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Yep.
But everyone that's slower runs on the inside because they're just their brain is just trying to stay as close to the barrier as possible. So I'm like annoyed because I'm like, you're on the wrong side if I'm trying to overtake you.
Yep.
And then there's people faster than me that's like, hey, get the fuck out of my way. You know? That like, do you have tips for management
So they have
with that?
started a new thing, which was the first time in Perth, and I loved it. They had a fast lane police.
Nice.
So they had like maybe at 3 different spots. It was a person that literally like if you were coming fast, they made sure that no one was in the way.
Yeah.
And they always directed people like it was a more clear line because that has been a big issue.
Yeah.
Like-
I'd imagine.
Every single race I've done up until Perth, I've always stayed on the furthest out because
All the way on the out, hey?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it takes more energy for me to elbow people or like scream at people. And then you're trying to cut through, but you can't. So I've probably always done another K of running because I'm the furthest out. But that made the course pretty quick
Yeah.
because
That's good.
and I've given my feedback to them and they've even said like, this is something we're going to keep
Yeah.
because it worked really well.
That's excellent. That's really good because
Yeah.
that's what we ended up doing because I was sick of
Yeah.
ducking and weaving,
Yeah.
so I just went all the way.
And it's also like
On
you
the
can actually
right.
get injured because if I'm running on a 4-minute pace and someone down on a 6, like I come pretty fast.
Yeah.
Even, like I was just watching, I don't know if you guys watched World Athletics that was on last week before. I love it. I just love athletics. It's so
Yeah.
fun. The girls doing like 400s and 800s probably. They all start like on their separate and then they're allowed to come in into that big bunch.
Yep.
So many times they just step on each other's feet and trip over. Like, and then there's just one girl that falls and everyone tramples her. I
Yep.
don't know if you've ever seen that at a HYROX, but that'd be terrifying as well. Like,
Well, I've seen people fall.
Yeah.
Usually not because someone runs into them, but it could be like someone is coming really fast and they try to move away really quick and they just trip on themselves, basically. I got arrested.
have a little lay down.
I can stay here for a while. That's a pro trip.
Good. That's good.
Pro tip.
Pro tip. Yeah, I was wondering if that was obviously would be
Yeah.
an issue if you're running very fast. It would be that would be
Yeah.
pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
actually,
But no, they have a solution now.
that's exciting.
Fast lane polices.
That's very good. That's awesome. Okay, we'll start wrapping it up. Let's talk about so next weekend. So we're aiming. We'll hopefully have around that sort of 45-50 mark. Hopefully.
Yep.
Women coming along. We're going to have a smoothie van here, which is very exciting. We're going to have the Reset Sanctuary here with their little recovery boots, which is very exciting. We've got a lady bringing protein balls. I haven't even told you about that, Becky, but they look
Ooh.
delicious.
Yep.
Very good.
Nice.
And
I'm coming for that.
And, yeah. And then we've got you taking the session.
Yep.
And you obviously coach often with
Yep.
HYROX. So what can people expect from, you don't have to tell them everything, but what can they expect from a class next week?
Well, I am planning for them to do it as a double. So
Cool.
just to split the load a bit, but still getting it the bit of a HYROX feeling. It's going to be running, obviously, but more time-based.
Cool.
Just so everyone can feel that they can do it.
Yep.
So obviously going to be different distance options, and we're going to try to fit in as many stations as we can and
Awesome.
have capacity for.
That's excellent.
So yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very exciting. So that's next weekend. What else? Have you got any other questions or anything else, Baxter?
I don't think so.
That's
Been a
cool.
fair bit of talking. Maybe an hour.
Yeah, we're coming up to an hour. My last question for you is, I guess, goals for the future. Obviously, you want this injury to correct itself, but what's the big goals?
Well, honestly, before I had big goals of making it to the Elite 15, which is the top 15 athletes in the world, which is basically you need to get a certain time a few times to get invited to a major event, and then you compete against other Elite 15s, and then you can make it, basically. But honestly, I love coaching so much and my career as well. So the time it takes that you need to put in for something like that, I don't think that's something I'm willing to do. So right now, I want to do really well at Worlds next year. And what I mean by that, honestly, I would have a goal of getting podium. That's my next goal. I don't know how close I will be, but I feel like I can prepare myself even better for this one. But that's my close goal. From there, honestly, it's so much career focus for me at the moment when it comes both to my coaching. So getting more, it's almost more of a thrive for me to see my clients succeed in doing their first HYROX or getting a PB in HYROX than my own PB. So I think that is my main focus of growing as a coach as well. And now when we're opening up the cafe, like just getting our concept even wider, I think. So it's a combination of that. So yeah, for my own competing, it will be next year. Honestly, after that, we'll see.
Love it.
But yeah, it's I also want to do a marathon, but it has nothing to do with HYROX. But
What's the furthest you've ever run?
25.
Yeah.
So, and that is just a part of my long runs normally on a weekend, but I can't run more than a half because of my foot.
Yeah.
Then it's starting to be quite painful after 15k. So that sort of has been a bit of an issue.
Good one for the future marathon.
Yeah.
And I think so cool for women because like we get better as we get older for that long endurance stuff. So it's
and that
keep
is
going forever.
Honestly a thing for me with goals as well. Before I was so set on I wanted to make it to Elite 15 and all this, and everyone's starting to, like, I'm 28, but Jay and I want kids, and I've started to be like, oh, I'm in my prime now, I can't have kids now, but I've actually completely switched that mindset now, and it's like, if we have kids in the next 2 years, that's fine. I will still be able to make it whatever I want to do, because that's something that's proven in HYROX. It's actually the one that is a bit older after having kids that is performing really well. Like, obviously, Tia Claire Toomey she's from another planet, but just looking at her, of her background, has a daughter, now what she did at the games, and still doing so well at HYROX as well. And many of the top athletes in HYROX is over 30 and has kids. And that's why I'm so into the sport, because I think you can do it for quite a long time.
Do it forever.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming and hang out.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank
looking
you for
forward to
having
next
me.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
me
fun.
too.
We got to finish with a bright spot. Bright spot of the week. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. The lighter evenings and mornings.
Yeah.
That, like
yes.
the beginning and the end of the day is so nice at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
So
but
good.
not too hot yet, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's perfect.
Yeah.
I love it right now.
Would you say it's perfect, or you miss winter already?
I miss winter, yeah.
Mine's very along the same lines. It's just been hitting the beach with Callie on school holidays, which has been very lovely. It's just such good weather.
Yeah.
It's perfect. What about yours?
Well, for me, it's so much career focus at the moment. So I think for us, it's probably our cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is all happening and we're moving very quickly. So I think I can just quickly say that I have a husband with ADHD and he has new ideas every single day. And it's not often he comes home with an idea and I say, oh my God, I love it. It's usually me trying to be a supportive wife saying, yeah, I like it, but maybe not right now, sort of a thing. Or I say, shut up. But when this cafe idea came along, then I was like, oh my God,
Let's
this
do
is
it.
So I think that has been a big thrive for me.
Yeah, that's very
lately.
exciting.
So yeah.
We have an opening day.
So that's the 26th of October. So we're
Yeah.
going to have a big event. It's actually, there will be a bit of marketing, but it's something called Grid. So it's basically a girl, she's running this business called Grid and she's running these events. It's basically like a HYROX simulation and she's traveling around the world to do these events.
Cool.
And she's going to come to us and do it. So we're trying to get 200 people on it.
Sick.
Wow. On the 26th
Yep.
of October. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
I'm a bit stressed.
Do you want people to do it? Like, do you want to?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Like, where can they find how to do it?
Well, they can go to the gym, the Cool and Fitness Instagram. There is all
Okay,
the info.
all the infos
or
there.
my Instagram as well.
Yeah, yeah. What's your Instagram?
Lovisa_Clark.
Easy. I don't think there's many Lovisas around the
Nah.
sunny coast, so we should
It's
be
not
fine.
many Lovisa Clarks overall, I think.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Very different first and last name.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
So I think
It
you're going to
is.
be fine there. Cool. Awesome. Well, looking forward to next weekend. Thanks very
Yes.
much for coming to hang out.
Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.